In my hands today is one of the most interesting and unique watches you are ever likely to see. It's a gorgeous kaleidoscope cocktail watch from Ernest Borel. This watch dates back to the 1950s or 60s, as you can probably tell just by looking at it. But these cocktail watches were first produced as ladies only models, designed to be worn as novelty items or conversation starters. However, the watches gained popularity, which eventually led to larger men's versions being produced. The kaleidoscope effect is created by two plastic discs adorned with geometric patterns mounted underneath the crystal. One of the discs rotates on a pinion usually reserved for a sweeping second hand, causing the kaleidoscope style optical illusion. It's really cool, a simple yet compelling feature. Because the pattern discs take up most of the dial space, the hour and minute hands are barely exposed, simply forming red arrow tips which can make the watch hard to read. It isn't very practical, but again it makes the watch more unique and interesting. The hour markers almost look like they are suspended in midair, and the lugs are a really awesome shape too. The exposed manual wind mechanical movement looks fantastic as well. Yes, the kaleidoscope effect is the highlight of the watch and the thing that sets it apart most from other watches, but the watch as a whole is just extremely cool. The case of the watch is pretty small, around 32mm in diameter, with a lug-to-lug of 41 or 42mm and a thickness of around 10mm including both crystals. This example has incredible gold burn all over the case. In artificial light it isn't that remarkable, but in natural light it comes alive with blues and purples bursting to life. It's stunning. It does have a little bit of plate loss on the top left lug, which doesn't ruin the watch by any means. It's just ever so frustratingly close to being perfect. The seller said it had never been serviced or repaired, but I'm pretty sure both crystals have been replaced because they're both in way too good condition compared to the rest of the watch. The 17 dual manual wind movement looks very clean too, and it keeps pretty good time. There's also a sign crown, which is good to see, but it's tiny and not easy to wind at all. It came on a pretty nasty black leather strap, which was way too narrow and obviously not original. I guess the previous owner simply threw on whatever strap they had lying around. But that's okay because I bought this new 18mm wide bison print leather strap from Condor Straps, and it's a huge improvement. I'm not 100% sure I made the right choice though. A crocodile or alligator leather strap would look amazing. I paid just £106 for this watch, which I think is a real bargain. I almost bought one a few months ago, but my offer of £350 was turned down, and it eventually sold for £499. At the time, I had a tinge of regret, but it turned out to be extremely fortuitous, as this one popped up for sale a few weeks later, and here we are. I buy so many watches and constantly think about thinning out the collection, but when there's so much variety and so many interesting styles and designs, how can you limit yourself to just a handful of watches? I just can't do it, especially when it comes to vintage watches. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you like these vintage watch videos, or do you prefer to see new and modern watches? That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.